country, unlike any other country, have resources that are broad and vast in huge quantities. It has access to several natural resources, so it has more chances and a percentage to develop and live due to its geographical location, which supplies the UAE with natural resources, which can present a difference in the overall of the country. Moreover, this makes the UAE an advantage. Furthermore, the firm land and oil exploitation helped resolve the environmental threats in the UAE, as they helped solve them and shaping the UAE into becoming an NEDC, a newly economically developed country. Jordan, a country that's natural resources are limited to support the population in a sustainable manner. However, its environment is exposed to a number of threats. In order to best explain Jordan's environment difficulties, it would be to focus individually on each of those major concerns: water shortages, agriculture, and land pollution, air pollution. This leaves Jordan to be recognized as an LEDC, a less economically developed country, due to its issues. Its geographical location doesn't support it by any way in order to develop and minimize the environmental threats it's facing. The environment. The environment means the surroundings and everything that can affect an organism during its lifetime is collectively known as its environment. In other words, the environment is sum total of water, air, and land and interrelationships among themselves and also with human beings, other living organisms, and property. There are more than 7 billion people, from men, women, elderly, and children. We humans have been developing in a relatively fast period of time in form of technology, infrastructure, industrialization, transportation, and so on. We have left our environment in some occasions, causing environmental threats, and the major threats are deforestation, pollution, and its many forms, oceanic dead zone, species extinction, lack of biodiversity. But the one that's significantly the cause of a huge chain of problem is pollution. Pollution divides into many sectors, from air pollution, water pollution, light pollution, noise pollution, and land and soil pollution. Air pollution occurs when gases, dust particles, fumes, or smoke or odor are introduced into the atmosphere in a way that makes it harmful to humans, animals, and plants. This is because the air becomes dirty, contaminated, or unclean. Dirty air can affect the health of humans, animals, plants, and can even damage buildings. Water pollution occurs when pollutants, particles, chemicals, or substances that make water contaminated are discharged directly or indirectly into water bodies without enough treatment to get rid of harmful compounds. Pollutants get into the water mainly by human causes or factors. Water pollution is the second most major concern after air pollution. Light pollution. Light pollution is the excessive and prolonged use of artificial lights in a way that results in brightening of night skies, disrupting natural cycles and activities of wildlife, health problems in humans, as well as preventing humans from observing stars and other planets. Noise pollution. Noise is generally used as an unwanted sound or sound which produces unpleasant effects and discomforts on the ears. Sound becomes unwanted when it either interferes with normal activities such as sleeping, conversations, or disrupts one's quality of life. We call this noise pollution. Land and soil pollution. Land and soil pollution is a destruction of the Earth's land surfaces, often directly or indirectly as a result of man's activities and their abuse of land resources. It mainly occurs when waste is not disposed of properly. After studying the UAE's environment through my research on the environment hazards and pollution, the UAE is considered at a moderate level of pollution. We can tell that the UAE has a moderate level of pollution, as the pollution indicator says that the pollution level currently is at 60.9 from 120. After studying the charts and tables presented, we see that the UAE has a major problem with one of the most distinctive types of pollution. As you notice, it's noise pollution. This factor was highlighted really high in pollution, but moving on into one that really displays improvement, marked as low, we see is being clean and tidy. Looking at other factors or types of pollution discussed here, quality of green parks, air pollution, garbage disposal, drinking water and its accessibility, and the water quality, we see is marked as moderate, which shows the fact it's being an NEDC, a newly economically developed country. Moving on to the better, always showing that they are improving, they take time and show that they care about their surroundings and the environment they live in. After studying the Jordanian environment through my research on the environment hazards and pollution in Jordan, we noticed that Jordan has a high level of pollution. We can tell that Jordan has a relatively large scale of pollution, as the pollution indicator indicates that Jordan level of pollution is 84.4. After studying the data that varied from graphs and tables, we see that Jordan has a major problem with nearly all the important types of pollution, as it states that air pollution, water and its inaccessibility, lack of garbage disposal, dirt in untidy locations, noise and light pollution. These factors were highlighted as high in pollution, but moving on into one that really displays the major concern, marked as very high, is the lack of green parks. After looking at both countries' environmental status, look at how the UAE is willing to sustain their environment in the following section.
On February the 8th, 2008, the government of Abu Dhabi launched an ambitious plan to create what aims to be the world's sustainable city, Masdar City. The Arabic word Masdar means the source. This is fitting because the aim is that Masdar City will become home to the world's leading businesses, academics and researchers involved in the fields of renewable energy and sustainable technologies. Construction is already underway, and the first phase includes some of the city's most iconic buildings and is due for completion and occupancy in 2010. This is viewed by many as one of the world's most exciting developments. 17 kilometers southeast from the center of Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates, a vision for all future cities is taking shape. Masdar City aims to be zero waste, zero carbon, and a fossil fuel-free city. The elimination of the fossil fuel automobile means that the air is clean and the pedestrian-only streets provide a level of intimacy and charm for all to enjoy. The ultimate goal of its designers is the highest quality of life with the lowest environmental impact.